Sigcawu azwelonke Minister of Ngqadu, Mr. Ngqadu, and other ministers present here today, Premier of the Eastern Cape Province, Bawo Maswale, Deputy Ministers, MECs, mayors present here today, members of National Parliament and provincial legislatures, Your Majesties, kings and queens from all over the country and beyond who have come to grace this special occasion. Representative of the judiciary, Bao Songoni, the Judge President of this province, the Eastern Cape, Chairperson of the Provincial House of Traditional Leaders, Nkosi Ngangumhlaba Matanzima, Chairperson of the National House of Traditional Leaders, business leaders, all the bishops who are present here today, and all other religious leaders, members of the diplomatic corps, all dignitaries present here, the people of the Eastern Cape, fellow South Africans, Molweni, Sanibonani, Dumelang, Thobela, Abusheni, Dimasholoni, Khedach, good day, Lochisane, Your Majesty, it gives me pleasure to be here and indeed to be invited to be the part of this historic occasion. This function is the first of its kind in the democratic South Africa. As government today, in partnership with the royal family of Amagqalega and Xhosa as a whole, we are celebrating the coronation of King Ukumgani for the first time since the dawn of democracy. The democratic government undertook a long and difficult but necessary process of correcting the wrongs of the past through the Ngqadu Commission on the Traditional Leadership. We are further confirming the findings of the Commission today. And I'm happy that the traditional leaders have indeed spoken in a unified voice about what we are today. This coronation today marks the end of the painful era of colonial subjugation and oppression and ushers in a new beginning of strengthening who we are as Africans and how our society is structured or organized. The explanation given here about the two houses and who performs the ritual of Ukwembesa between the two houses tells the volumes of the story of the history of this kingdom here, Ngqadu Ngqadu. In the past 21 years, we have transformed the institution of traditional leadership from paramountcy to kingship, and from the so-called tribal authorities to traditional councils. It is important that today we are affirming this through this coronation. The coronation is also a celebration of our Constitution. Chapter 12 of our Constitution provides for the recognition of traditional leadership. Today, we thus confirm that traditional leadership can coexist with democratic governance. It is also significant that we are celebrating the coronation during Africa Month. We view this coronation as therefore part of the celebration of Africa Month, a celebration of our African identity, heritage, dignity, and pride. We are proud of our institutions, including traditional leadership. We are able to express ourselves as Africans today in our rich diversity. Today, we also recognize the manner in which our traditional leaders participate in the governance processes, which makes our governing system unique. They're existing side by side in our democracy of democracy and traditional system. There ought to be no conflict between these two. And our job is to harmonize this, all of us, for our people. Government is aware of the important role that His Majesty King Zwelonke is already playing within this community. The harmonization of relations between elected and traditional leaders contributes towards social cohesion and the advancement of the lives of the communities in this kingship. We thus appreciate the contribution of our traditional leaders in the promotion of national unity. We also look forward to working with His Majesty in the implementation of the Back to Basics local government improvement program in this community and surroundings. We launched the Back to Basics program last year, and it requires that we work together to promote and improve delivery of services by municipalities. Honorable guests, we also look forward to working with Kumkani in promoting the unity of our people and in promoting values in our communities which define who we are as African people, such as Ubuntu, self-respect, and respect for one another. Traditional leaders are also custodians of culture, customs, and traditions. We will thus work with Kumkani to promote heritage and the values and customs that defines the African people within the context of a modern democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a day of celebration, a day that our people have been waiting for in this area and nationwide. It is my greatest honor and privilege to congratulate you, Kumkani, on this historic day of your coronation. It is my privilege to present to you today the certificate of recognition, as well as the gift that symbolizes the respect and prosperity that government wishes for you. Sitige ubaphathe kakuhle abantu besizwe sakowenu. Wena mzukulu wesizwe samagoqa akwaXhosa, siyakhalalisela Kumkani nesizwe sonke ngalolu suku olubaluleke kangaka emlandweni wesizwe noma embalini yesizwe sakwaXhosa nesizwe sonke saseNingizimu Afrika. Ukhule ube ngangentaba, ubaphathe kakuhle abantu bezwe. We look forward to working with His Majesty and the Royal Council as we build a better South Africa and a better life for our people. Lilanga eli namhlanje eliyoba khona embalini yesizwe sakowethu eSouth Africa, ukuba njengoba sithe qhu silungisa izinto ezonakaliswa amakhulu ngamakhulu eminyaka, siyode sifike apho khona siyongqinelana sonke kakuhle, kuba injongo yethu kukwakha isizwe kabusha. Asinakusihlakaza ke sisibhidlisi, sizawusakha ngalendlela esathi xa siqala ukulwisana nabacindezeli, sathi sizosakha sibe isizwe esimanyeneyo, sibe isizwe esinothando, sibe isizwe esiletha uphuhliso phakathi kwabantu, sixoshe indlala, abantwana bakowethu bakhululeke, ndifuna ukuphinda ndenze izwi elibekwe inkosi ezihlalo kwindlu yobukhosi kulo lonke. Indaba yomhlaba indaba enkulu kakhulu. Dathi ke soyiswa kuba sasilwa sihlukene. Boyiselo namhlanje boyiselo ngomso. Ndiyavuya kuba sendibele kuba kufanele ndibane angathi umuntu ndenza iclaim kwami umhlaba apha. Ndathi balekile lonto kuba xa sidibene singakwazi nokuthi sithole abameli abanolwazi, singakwazi nokuhlanganisa imali yokubakhokhela kuba asode sifuna ukuthi iphele kufike la nyaka singakenzi into ezibalulekileyo kuba umhlaba yeyona mpilo yethu. Siyenze ngaphansi kwempembelelo ze-constitution nomthetho, kodwa siyenze yenzeke. Ndiyavuya ukuba niyanyakaza kulokho. Hayi ke singavana kakhulu. Kube ngakenzeki leyo indlala iyohlala ikho. Xa kuthiwa kunendlala namhlanje kuba kwathathwa lento xa singakayilungisi kuba kalungulutho. Ndithetha kakuhle kuba nokumkane bonke bakhona. Namakhosi angaphansi kokumkane. Sawenza indlela ukuthi sithetha njani na nokumkane. Ndoba ndikuvile usufuna ukuba kwenziwe enye into. Msayithetha yenziwe kakuhle uvanwe. Mina ndiyakholelwa kubeni kufanele kuthethwe qho. Kulungiswe into yonakeleyo. Ayikho into elunga ngemini. Into ilunga kakuhle kuba inikezwe ixesha. Sihambe kakuhle. Kuphele nokuqhitha-qhithana phakathi kwethu. Akuphele. Sinoxanduva olukhulu kuba abantu bamoshakele. Bafuna ulungiswa. Abasoze ke balungiswe nguhulumeni kuphela. Sithi sonke. Bachaya insangu, badla izinto okuthiwa ngamaphilisi, baya rape, benza yonke into. Siyagula isizwe, sifuna ukolashwa. Kufanele sibambisane sonke. Angathi umuntu konakele, uhulumeni wenzani? Yena lo muntu yena wenzani yena lokhalayo? Kufanele sonke senze. Sidibane sibambane. Sithetha ke ndithethiswa ukuvuya kuba nokho namhlanje senza into enhle. Nami ke ndinganibambi. Uthethile utata wathi kuzovuya namhlanje. Xa kuvuya ke kufanele kuselwe kamandi. Kungeqiswa. Abadriver bangaseli kutyiwe. Ndiyabulela. Inhle lento. Zolonke. 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 Siyabulela mzwako wethu. Ndinikezela ukumkane certificate ngoku. Ewe.
Khayibambe kancinci nje sifunde nje lamazwi. Recognition certificate in terms of section 28 subsection 8B of the Traditional Leadership and Governance Framework Act of 2003, Act number 41 of 2003. I hereby recognize Mpendulo Sigcawu, whose identity is also here, as the king of Xhosa community, given under my hand on this particular day from Pretoria on the day of the 3rd day of November in the year 2010 and signed by the President J.G. Zuma. Yo, hi, we Zuma yo, oh my president, oh my.
Well, President Jacob Zuma handing over a certificate of recognition to King Mpendulo Sigcawu, but also congratulating him, but also touching on various, some of them sensitive issues that affect traditional leadership as an institution, but also the role that that institution is expected to play in our democracy. Well, that is where we are going to leave it for now, but do watch our evening bulletins for Kumgani's response also to what the president had to raise, but also whatever it is that he may promise to do for the Xhosa nation that he will be, or in fact has been leading already. Well, for now, it's back to you, Johannesburg. It's a goodbye from Ngqadu in the Eastern Cape.
I will now, by the powers vested in me,